Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm just going to do a prom makeup tutorial. So I know usually in the UK anyway, prom is usually in May to June time. So this isn't just obviously specifically for prom, but it's kind of a prom themed look. So obviously you can still wear this look if you're just going out for a night out. I would usually just use this as a night out look, but I also thought it's quite suitable for prom. I'm definitely going to do a bunch of different prom looks, but this is just the first one that I came up with, and I thought it would just be kind of a soft glam. It would just be a soft glam kind of neutral look. That this eye look, I feel like you can go with so many different dress colours or anything that you're wearing. I also wanted it to just look like you've put so much effort in when it's actually really easy to do, and it doesn't look too heavy on the skin either, even though we have done a full glam look. So these are just kind of one of my favourite looks to do, so I thought I would do it kind of in a prom inspired way. So if you do like the look of this makeup look, then be sure to give the video a thumbs up and just keep watching. So I do just want to start off with the eyes, just in case there's any fallout. So if you're doing your makeup yourself and you're going out to prom or something like that, then you definitely don't want any eyeshadow fallout or anything going on your foundation or any of your base makeup. So I do think it's quite important for definitely these kinds of looks, or if you're going to an event, a party, anything like that, then I think it is definitely quite important to just do your eyeshadow first. Just going to prime the lids first with the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I've got the shade Natural. That's what I use for an eye primer. And just to set down the eyeshadow primer, whatever you use, concealer, an actual primer, whatever you use is fine. I just always find it best to set that down so again it doesn't crease or anything. So whether you want to use like a bone coloured eyeshadow or anything like that, I'm just going to take the Rimmel Stay Matte pressed powder and I'm just going to pat this over top. Okay, just so the video isn't all over the place and I have a nice order, I'm just going to go off camera and just do one eye, and then I can play around with everything and just come back with a complete look on one eye, and then I can easily show you how I did it on the other. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I just finished this eye and it was actually fairly easy. So I took the Huda Desert Dusk palette, did Eden first, and I'm just going to buff this and kind of use this as the kind of eraser shade. So if you go in too heavy with any of the colours, then you can use this to kind of go back on it. With like a fluffy crease brush, and I took this shade here, which is called Blazing, which is the orange, and I just popped this kind of in the outer corner and then tuck whatever's left into the crease. Back in with Eden, which was that kind of salmon-y pink shade we used, and I just kind of re-blended the edges. Just took this shade right here, which is called Amber. It's just like a dark browny red, and I just took like a, and I just packed this on the outer corner. Most of it pretty much done, and like I said, it is quite a fairly easy look. It's just a look that looks like you've put a lot of effort in, but it's actually quite easy and quick to do. So the next step is just taking one of these guys right here, which is the Stila Magnificent Metal kind of liquid eyeshadow, and I've got the shade Kitten Karma. I love these, they're amazing. And I'm just going to pop this all over the lid, just wherever there's any space where we didn't put any eyeshadow. And these are quite pricey, but the Colourpop Supernova shadows, they're really good as well. I'm going to take that amber shade that I used in the outer corner and just kind of pat that on the outer edges again. And then I just took like a small fluffy brush and just kind of blended the edges, kind of where the Stila shadow is and then where that colour is as well. Just take your wipe and just clean up under the eyes. But I'm just going to add a small wing. Like you can see, it's just very small, so it's not too hard to do. So I'm going to take the Kat Von D tattoo liner to do it with. Just like that, so it's super easy to do. So then when you would put false eyelashes on, but if you know me, then you know I don't wear them. So moving on to the face now. Applied my kind of skincare, so I've done my eye cream, my moisturiser and all that. I do just want to be quite hydrated and I want a nice glow to the skin as well, so I'm just going to take the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. Obviously if you have a super oily skin, then you can definitely skip this step. I don't think it's necessary. I just wanted a bit of a glow. So as far as face primer goes, I think you just need to stick with what you know and what works best for you, and you just need one that's just going to keep your makeup on all night. So for me, one of the best primers for like tackiness is the Emani Perfect 10 primer. If you are new to my channel or you've just never seen this primer before, it's vegan, it's cruelty free, and it's just made full of like supernatural ingredients. And I think that's really good because it's really good for your skin. I feel like it moisturizes your skin as well as priming it, because like I said, it does leave your skin with a tack to it, so that really helps with keeping your foundation on. And also it's called the Perfect 10 because it's got like 10 really good qualities to it. Like, it's a moisturizer, it's a primer, it's a serum, and it's so many other things. And I don't know, my skin just always feels really good after I put this primer on. I feel like I've used quite a lot of pricey stuff, so I thought for foundation I'd keep it fairly affordable. I'm just going to take the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Foundation Stick, and I use the shade F10. And I think this is pretty full coverage if you just build it up to obviously how full you want it. I think it works just fine. So many other foundations that I would use. I just thought obviously I'd keep it quite simple, and this is really easy to apply. So if you're someone that doesn't tend to wear a lot of makeup, and this is just kind of a special occasion for you, then foundation stick is really good to use. So to blend it out initially, I am just going to take a brush because you get the most coverage out of a brush, or I feel like I get most coverage using a brush. So that's what I'm going to do first, and then I'm going to just press everything into the skin with my sponge after, but I'm not going to initially blend everything with it, if that makes sense. And this is just gonna, well, I find that it just makes it look a lot more like your own skin, and it doesn't look like your foundation is just sitting on top of your skin. For concealer, again, just go with something that you just know is really good and trusty. Shape Tape is my obvious choice. I'm gonna kind of highlight a little bit as well because it's, you know, it's prom, why not? When I was applying foundation, I also forgot to mention the best kind of foundations that you need, especially if you're going somewhere with flash photography. I feel like a lot of people already know this, but just in case you don't, the best way to go is using a foundation that has not got SPF in, because that gives you the really bad flashback. And also your powder is quite important as well. Speaking of powder, the one that I'm going to use is the Beauty Bakerie Flower Powder. This is just my favourite. I just think it works best for me, and I do use the yellow one because I feel like it's better for my skin tone. And yeah, I've worn this so many times on nights out. It doesn't give me flashback, and it just keeps my oils away. So I just like to press it underneath the eye with a sponge, and then take my brush and just pat it away. I'm just going to finish off the lower lash line, so I'm just going to take all the same colours from this palette and just blend them underneath. So obviously you can skip out cream contouring if you don't like it or if you're not happy with it, but I am going to do it for today. So I'm just going to take my Makeup Forever kind of camouflage palette. I don't really know what it's called. I'm going to take this shade here, and I'm just going to use this to cream contour with. I'm just going to take some of this powder to bake underneath that contour. I take the Colourpop Innudendo highlight palette, and I'm gonna take this gold shade for my face highlight, and then for the inner corner and the brow bone I'm gonna take this shade here. And just to bronze up the skin and then just kind of set down the cream product that we've got for the contour, I'm just gonna take this Physicians Formula bronzer. Then just to finish off the look with some blush, I'm just going to use the Becca blush in the shade Flower Child. Then just to melt everything together, I think this is quite important, especially when you're going out for a long time. I usually use 2 sprays. If you're used to using just a setting spray, then that's absolutely fine. But I like to just use a kind of face mist first, just to make sure everything's kind of melted and set down. Take the Body Shop Vitamin E spray. And then obviously you just use a setting spray that you know works for you. My go-to for a night out is the Urban Decay All Nighter. Rimmel Lip Liner in Epic. So I just went and filled them in as well. Then for over top, I'm going to go in with the Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Curvy. And that is the end of the video, guys, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this prom look. Like I said in the intro, this is just going to be the first of probably maybe 3 or 4 looks that I'm going to do kind of that are prom themed. I'll probably space them out over kind of May to June. So yeah, if you do like the look that I came up with today, then be sure to leave me a comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up as well. I hope this was quite simple and straightforward to do, especially with the eyes. I feel like using these kind of liquid eyeshadows that so many different brands have come out with recently is just a really easy way to do it. Not just Stila do them, like I said before, so many different brands do them now, so if you can completely make this into an affordable look as well. But anyway, guys, thank you again so much for watching. Remember to give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and make sure that you are subscribed as well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!